While most of Asia remains closed, some countries have already opened their borders to international tourists. Today we're going to discuss some Asian countries that you can visit right now. The Maldives has already been open since mid-July of 2020. Currently, 64% of Maldives population is vaccinated. If you think about the Maldives, you definitely remember the amazing paradise pictures of gorgeous beaches all over the islands. Well, the Maldives is often advertised as a honeymoon destination. It is also very popular among travelers during winter time. And since we're heading into winter time right now, I do think the Maldives is a great destination, not only because you will enjoy great weather throughout the next months. You can travel to the Maldives by just providing a negative PCR test prior to boarding the plane. You don't need to be vaccinated, and you certainly do not need to quarantine in order to enter the Maldives. Next up, we have Turkey, the country on the edge of Europe and Asia. While part of Istanbul and a little part of Turkey is considered to belong to Europe, most of Turkey is considered Asia. The country has been fairly open to visitors from most Western countries, most green countries, I should say. So countries with a very high vaccination rate and countries with a very low incident of COVID cases, deaths, and hospitalizations. Heading into the colder season of the year, Turkey is probably not the ideal place, but there are some places in Turkey, especially Antalya, the beautiful ocean city located on the Mediterranean, where you can enjoy a mild winter. If you want the big city vibe, then Istanbul is the way to go. The United Arab Emirates just opened up to fully vaccinated tourists. The country had one of the fastest vaccine rollouts in Asia, with about 80% of the population fully vaccinated. Heading into the winter season, I think going to Dubai or Abu Dhabi is definitely an option. You know, one of the coolest months, or probably the coolest month in the United Arab Emirates, happens to be in January. And November through March is definitely a good time. If you don't like extreme heat, but still warm or hot weather, then going there from November to March, so you have about 4 months, is definitely the way to go. Thailand has been open, well, part of Thailand has been open since July 1st, 2021, but only to fully vaccinated tourists who are willing to participate in the Phuket Sandbox program. The reopening of Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Hua Hin, and Pattaya has been delayed multiple times, but the country is on track to vaccinate the majority of the population in those cities. Now, looking a little bit ahead into the future, we can definitely say that there is a good chance that Thailand will indeed open up by year end. And the estimated requirements for entering the country is that you are fully vaccinated. No quarantine will be required once you entered Thailand. It is still unclear whether unvaccinated tourists can enter certain cities in Thailand until most of Thailand's population is fully vaccinated. Bali, Indonesia, I know this is not exactly a country, but it is a very specific location in Indonesia. It's an island, is now opening up again to fully vaccinated tourists from a list of countries that Indonesia considers as low-risk countries. Now, one of the downsides of visiting Bali, Indonesia, is that you do need a quarantine for 8 days right now. Again, this is what is happening right now, and chances are a few weeks or a few months from now, the requirements will change again, and whatever you hear right now will no longer be valid. But for the time being, if you want to go to Bali, you can do that. You do need to be vaccinated and quarantined upon arrival. Heading into the winter season again, I think going to Bali is a great choice. You can enjoy the tropical climate, the amazing cuisine, and a whole spectrum of outdoor activities. And it is just one of the best moments to go to Bali, considering how few places in Southeast Asia are open to international tourists. Another Southeast Asian country that is finally open up its borders is Singapore. Now, Singapore has been very cautious when it comes to allowing foreigners to enter the country during the pandemic. This obviously is not true for employment pass holders, spouses of Singaporeans, and obviously citizens, but travelers have been restricted from entering Singapore for a very, very long time. In order for you to enter Singapore, you do need to be fully vaccinated, have health insurance, test negative for COVID before boarding the plane, and you need to do another test upon arrival in Singapore. Singapore is not open to all countries. It is only opening up to travelers from Germany, South Korea, the United States, and Canada. This is the list of countries that Singapore is opening up right now. Well, chances are within a few days or a few weeks' time, Singapore will be adding more countries to the safe list, and it will say, you know what, if Singaporeans can visit your country, then we're happy to let people from your country into ours as well. The last country I wanted to talk with you about is Cambodia. Cambodia is opening up, but from what the government has announced, it is only opening up to visitors from South Korea and China. But who knows what will happen at the beginning of the coming year, and it seems very promising. I mean, the whole region, whole of Asia, is really opening up its doors to fully vaccinated tourists from safe countries. Where are you located right now? Are you in any of the discussed countries? Which of the discussed countries do you want to visit this year? Leave a comment below and let us know. Make sure to subscribe and turn on alerts to receive a notification when I upload the next video on digital nomad locations, travel updates, and visas. Before I let you go, I got 2 recommendations for you. 1, I shot a video on the best countries that you can visit right now, countries without entry restrictions. If you want to watch this video, then click on the link that appears right here. 2, I shot another video on the safest and cheapest countries to live in the world. If you want to watch this video, then click on the link that appears right here. Thank you for watching.